I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you examples on finding limits, and in this particular video we will concentrate on the technique factoring. We have four questions here. Limit when x approaches 2 for 4 minus x squared divided by x minus 2. Limit when x approaches 0, 5x minus x squared divided by x. Limit when x approaches 3 for x squared minus 2x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. And limit when x approaches 4 for square root of x minus 2 divided by x minus 4. Now the strategy for solving these kind of questions is factoring, and let me explain you how we figure it out. If you substitute this value, x approaching whatever, in the expression, you will get the form 0 over 0, right? If I substitute 2 here, what do I get? I get 4 minus 2 squared divided by 2 minus 2, right? So 4 minus 2 squared, which is 4, is 0. 2 minus 2 is also 0. So if I substitute 0 here, it is 0 over 0. If I substitute 3 here, denominator is 0, and you'll find numerator is also 0. Same is the case in the last one. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now whenever we have 0 over 0, it is clear that we have common factors in numerator and denominator. Is it okay? Both. So if I factor, I can cancel those factors. Perfect. After cancelling, we can find the limit. So that simply means that if you sketch a graph, we are expecting a hole at that point. Perfect. Now let's do the factoring and find the answer, right? Since the strategy is same, I have kept 4 examples in this video. You can always pause the video, answer these questions, and then look into my suggestions, right? So the first one here will be limit x approaches 2, a square minus b square, right? I could write this as 2 plus x times 2 minus x. The denominator is x minus 2, right? Not 2 minus x, right? So when you cancel them out, you get minus 2 plus x, correct? So you get minus 2 plus x. Since when you cancel these out, you get minus 1. Multiplying by minus 1, you get minus 2 plus x. Now if I substitute 2 here, then we get our limit, and that is minus 2 plus 2, and that is equals to minus 4. So the limit for this function is minus 4. Is it okay? So that is the answer for the first one. Okay. Now let's do the next one. So when you substitute 0, we get 0 over 0. That means there is a common factor. And you can very clearly see it could be written as limit x approaches 0. X is a common factor, correct? And we get 5 minus x divided by x. Now the common factor cancels out. Do you see that? So we could write this as limit 5 minus x, right? When x approaches 0. So if I substitute 0 here, I get 5 minus 0, which is 5. So the answer is 5 for B. Now let's do the next one. It is limit x approaches 3. Let's factor this. We are looking for product of minus 3 sum of minus 2. So I could write this as x minus 3 times x plus 1 divided by x minus 3. Clearly we have a common factor as expected. Perfect. So cancelling this common factor, we get limit x approaches 3 for x plus 1. Now if I substitute 3 here, I get 3 plus 1, which is 4. So this limit is equal to 4. Perfect. Now here again, we could substitute and figure out that it is 0 over 0. That means there is a common factor. How will you factor this? We'll take up this example again, and show you how we can solve this question by rationalization and also by substitution of variable. But in this example, I'll show you how to do this by factoring. Let me rewrite this. Then it will be very clear to you, right? X approaches 4. We have square root of x minus 2 divided by, I can write this x as square root of x square minus 2 squared. Do you see that? So I converted this into difference of squares, and now easy to factor, right? This is a very effective technique. We have square root of x minus 2, denominator is square root of x minus 2 times square root of x plus 2, correct? And now you can cancel. Once you do that, you get limit x approaches 4, and you get 1 over square root of x plus 2, correct? Substituting 4 here, 1 square root of 4 plus 2, which is 1 over 4, right? 2 plus 2. So this is the way you can find limit of many functions using factoring. Now, in the next video, we will take up another technique, substitution, then we'll go for rationalization, and so on. You can always search my videos by typing in Anil Kumar limits playlist. I hope you appreciate it. Feel free to post questions, share my videos with your friends, and subscribe. Thank you, and all the best.